Hey guys, it's Joyce, your career chief of staff. I am here today with a little bit of a different video. I want to share a little more about myself, where I've been professionally, career wise, personally, and how that has affected some of my career decisions. And just so you know who you're getting all this advice from and how my experiences, education, passions, etc., really inform how I advise clients and um, you know, kind of where I'm coming from. So this is just going to be a little bit more candid, a little more transparent, and I'm excited to get started. So, who am I? I am born and raised in New York, and I started my career in education management. So, I worked with high school students and I helped them get into college and also their first internships. That was about 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago. I don't want to date myself too much, but in that role, I learned a lot about young people, what drives them, what their aspirations are, how market shifts really do influence um, job prospects, and how recruiting is affected by all of those variables. So, as I was helping those students get into their preferred colleges, start their first internships, what occurred to me, which actually was something that happened in my own personal experience, was that there was a huge gap in terms of the soft skills needed to thrive and excel in a corporate culture. A lot of these students had no idea what corporate culture really was. It's almost like going to a different country and looking around, and you're like, whoa, it's a shock. It's a culture shock. And so I started working with the students on really understanding the organizational dynamics within corporate and how to fit into that mold while being yourself authentically. So, a lot of what I share on this channel is directly related to my experience working with people who may not necessarily understand corporate culture. They don't have a parent or a close friend or colleague that is a little older than them that can tell them, okay, here's what to expect. A lot of what I talk about will unveil what to expect. After that role, I went and got my MBA. I got a full time MBA at the Tuck School of Business at Dartmouth, go Tuck. And that experience really opened my eyes to a lot of the functions within corporate that I could explore. So, it could be finance, there's HR, operations, strategy. Some people went the entrepreneurship route, did some PE and VC stuff, or private equity and venture capital. You'll learn that there's lots of acronyms, while others took a more general management track. During the 2 years, I had an internship at a top corporation in human resources and thought, okay, this is where I want to start my corporate career. So after business school, I landed at a tech company doing human resources work within their center of excellence, primarily in compensation and benefits. After that role, I actually got onto Wall Street, moved back to New York from Seattle, and started doing employee relations work, primarily in operations and management reporting at one of the top financial firms in the world. And huge experience, learned a lot about what it means to be excellent, and also learned about how organizational dynamics really do affect your day to day, whether you move up in the organization, and whether you can build allies and really understand the ins and outs of the company. So during this time, I was a new mom. I was trying to figure out, where will I land in this corporate landscape functionally. I decided to try an operations role at another Wall Street firm. And that role was really interesting because it not only involved HR, it involved a lot of technology, facilities, vendor management, risk, controls, compliance, real estate. I mean, this was a true multifunctional, sort of cross-functional, if you will, role where I learned a lot how to be a liaison and how to communicate well across departments. And this was a fantastic role. Eventually, I did have to relocate. My son was becoming school age, and I needed to find a school district that works for him. And I landed at another Wall Street firm where I stayed for nearly 4 years. This was probably the best corporate experience I've ever had. And there, I started out actually in a program management seat within wealth management. So this was cost reduction, but not on the finance side, more on the operations and strategy side. And wouldn't you know it, within literally a couple of months of me joining, the organization, there was a reorg, and I became a finance professional. I heard those words, Joyce, you're moving to finance. And when I heard that, I swear I had a bit of a tantrum. I was like, I never wanted to be a finance professional. Yes, I have my MBA. Yes, I understand finance, but you know, I'm an HR professional and I'm an HR strategy professional. And that tantrum had to last zero point 0.5 seconds because what I quickly learned in corporate is that the business need comes first and your career goals come second. So you have to be quick on your feet and know that I have transferable skills that will work wherever I am. And so I embraced it and I became a professional in the wealth management finance division. Um, awesome opportunity. 3 years of doing expense management, financial planning, and analysis. Amazing manager, one of the best managers I've ever had. Taught me a lot and really just let me learn and let me even present to senior management. It was a great opportunity. And right in 2019, I got promoted to VP. This was now in a program management seat back within the wealth management division outside of finance, more in a strategy seat where I was to oversee risk and controls for a newly formed team in the wealth management division. And that was a cool opportunity. There was headcount management, culture, communications, risk and controls reporting. I mean, it was very, very fast paced. And finally, 2020, mid 2020, I realized, okay, I have this school age child, I have this highly demanding VP role. I made a decision to focus on my family, and since then, I have done a number of nonprofit positions at a contract level. I've career coached, which is why now I'm actually getting on YouTube to talk a lot about how I've career coached. I've worked with organizations such as A Better Chance with young people, helping them get into college, but back to my roots. And then also worked with Management Leadership for Tomorrow as a professional development coach for MBA students, which is an amazing organization that I am an alumna of. So yeah, I mean, I just wanted to come on here, share more about my journey, what I've been through. There's a lot more. Some of it's relevant, some of it is not. But the point is, so just so you know who I am, where I'm coming from, what my expertise is, I am pending a certification in HR. It's called the PHR. And I'm also working on the ACC licensure for associate coaching. So there's a lot that I'm working on. I just want everyone to know that I am growing alongside you, but that I have a lot of expertise in the career coaching space, in the career advising space, and really take a holistic approach as to how your greater life fits into your career. At a certain point in my career, motherhood took the front seat. At another point in my career, getting promoted took the front seat. You can't be everywhere at the same time. And so there were trade-offs there. At another point, I took the entrepreneurial route and started a company that supports working moms through their career. And so my career coaching passion has been around for a long time. I've been doing it for a very long time. And I'm so glad that I can finally put it all in one place and get all of the expertise and knowledge here onto these videos to share with you so that I can help enrich your career journey. One last thing I want to say is that generally speaking, this is what you're going to get. My energy is pretty even keeled. I am soft spoken. I am transparent. I want to be as relatable as possible. You're not going to get clickbait. You're not going to get flashy, ads and all of that. It's really just me talking to you and giving you my honest advice on how to grow, advance, and pivot in your career. Okay, if you have any questions, if you want to work with me, I would love to work with you. You can go to careerchiefofstaff.com, set up some time on my calendar, we can chat. If not, that's okay too. Keep coming back to this channel, subscribe here, come and check out the videos. You can check it out on LinkedIn also if you prefer to read this kind of content as opposed to see it on a video. I have all of my videos in article form on LinkedIn at Career Chief of Staff.